Hey guys, what is going on? It is Spherical here, and today we are back with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5, where last time on, shit got kind of interesting. Doppio and the boss, subsequently, have arrived at the Coliseum. So, yeah. And last episode left off on a cliffhanger with Bucciarati seemingly running out of time with the boss right behind him. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. This episode, I feel like some shit's about to pop off. Again, I feel like we're at that point where, like, I don't think there's any more filler stuff that needs to happen. Like, for example, again, before I was like, okay, they're going to need to introduce some more bad guys to string us along before the ending. That was Chocolata and the other dude. But now I feel like this could be it. The final battle could be starting pretty much any time now. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to start. We're going to watch. We're going to see what happens. I'm ready to start. Let's get into it. Oh, fuck. No. Damn it. Shit. That's not good. He just told him where he needed to go. No. Of course, I wonder if the boss would, like, can try and communicate to Doppio, because the boss did fatally or mortally wound Bucciarati, but he's still here. So the boss should know what's happening, right? Or he should know that something's up. He's gonna use this to use a phone. Oh shit. That was from the scissors. Oh shit, Mista's there. I mean, you should still be fine in front of him. He doesn't know who you are. Only Abakio saw, and Abakio's dead. So... Dude, he does the eyes every time. Just answer it. That's a little bit of an obvious thing to say. He is. He is. You did kind of fuck yourself right there by saying he'll find out. Wait, what? Did he move him? Okay, I thought he was just like having a vision of. Wait, what? Okay, this is something new. Wait. How does he see Trish though? Oh, okay. And being related to Trish, that's how he just feels like that's who that is. He doesn't know, man. He has no way to know. Well, unless there would be one way to know. I'm just saying, Goku has a pretty good technique of trying to separate man from woman, but you know. Bro. Oh, it did say DIAVOLO just then, didn't it? Yeah. I figured. I think it's pretty obvious that DIAVOLO was the name of the boss, but. Jeez. He's gonna lead him straight to Polnareff, man. Is there gonna be a fight with wheelchair Polnareff? Holy shit. No way. Please, I wanna see it. I wanna see it. I don't want him to die though. I don't want Polnareff to die. Yo! Polnareff's not dumb. Who's that next to you? He's gonna say Trish, and Polnareff's gonna be like, bro, what? Her? Oh, really? I guess to be fair though, that's not really definitive. Go on, say it, Doppio. Okay. He has to convince Polnareff and act like Trish so that Bucciarati doesn't get suspicious. Uh-oh, that's not good. Unless he doesn't know. I don't know, Polnareff seems to know a bit about the boss, so I wonder if he knows what his stand is. Polnareff showing off his veteran skills. He's been in the game for a while now. I'm wondering when, like, again, this secret's keeping up now, but the second it breaks... I think it might break right now. Yep, I think it's all okay. Backstory time. Oh, JoJo looking mad weird with the new art style, but in his old outfit, he looks cool in his new outfit. But yo, I don't like that. I don't like that. Reverse. That's just it's like Uncanny Valley, but for like fictional characters. They don't look right. Damn, that's crazy. Damn. So this was what Polnareff's been doing ever since part 3. And he encountered the boss. It's probably how he got injured. Yep, there goes DI. Dude, poor Polnareff. He literally, oh, he lost an arm too. He literally went from fighting Dio, or specifically the world, to fucking King Crimson. That is unfortunate. Oh, where'd he go? I think it's over, man. That means... Where is he? Bro, what's with Polnareff and encountering the fucking final boss at a staircase? He literally did that with the... Oh! Whoa. Oh, yo. Whoa! Whoa! What? Yo! The boss is out now. This is DIAVOLO now. Oh, shit. Oh shit. But is he gonna kill Polnareff before everybody else is able to see him? What did he do that for? Is he gonna use the arrow? Are we gonna find out what he can do with it? But I don't know if he knows how it works or not. Like, he knows... Yo, Silver Chariot! Oh! This music! What? He yeeted himself with his stand! Bro! Come on, man. Look at him flying through the air in his wheelchair. That looks... You ain't gonna be able to see it. What? Wait. This is like Pokemon evolution? Yo, if it's like a new form, I'm gonna lose my shit. Or is did it just what the fuck? More than what? No, dude, fuck me. Are you kidding me, man? Oh, no, not Polnareff. What did he do? Oh, the dust. No, man. Oh, is he the last one besides Jotaro? I didn't think of that. Fuck. What did he do though? It seemed like he was doing something in the last moment. What? Wait, what if it like allows your... Did he fuse? Wait, what? What is happening? Did he fuse with his stand? That's Silver Chariot for sure. I think. What? All right, so that was it for this episode. And man, first thing I want to say, Polnareff, if he did die, that leaves just Jotaro and Joseph out of the Stardust Crusaders, right? The two JoJo's. Everybody else has officially died by now. If Polnareff is dead, I guess we don't know for sure because something happened at the end, but because Avdol, Iggy, and Kakyoin all died in part 3. And I guess Polnareff was the only JoBro left alive. I didn't even really think of that. And Man, it's crazy to think that this entire time, ever since part 3, he's been hunting down DIAVOLO, who we did see this episode. He does have like a unique look. It's not just like Doppio, but buffer. So my question is, like, when we see the boss in the opening, he is like some business looking man with short hair, is he not? I totally thought he looks completely different. That could just be a generic like thing to throw us off or something, but I guess maybe that's what he used to look like. I'm not sure. Because I guess your appearance can change over time. That's something that happens. Man. So the big question of the day: what the fuck did Polnareff? I think I was on the right track. The arrow evolves your stance somehow. It seems like it maybe gave like, I'm wondering if legitimately like Polnareff like fused with Silver Chariot, because it looked like Silver Chariot took on a more human form. Like Silver Chariot is a humanoid stand, right? He's got arms and legs, fights with a sword. But like it's very like thin and like metally and stuff. But this looked like he became more of like Polnareff shape. I don't know. Maybe. Would that mean Polnareff would still die here? Or maybe I don't know. Polnareff was also talking like he was dying. Like that was going to be the end for him. So I think regardless of whatever happened with the stand, I think Polnareff is dead. Maybe the arrow allows the stand to live on its own as well. So that even if Polnareff dies, the stand can still like be a sentient being on its own before it disappears. I don't know, man. I guess we really need an explanation there, but it does do something. So it also like Silver Chariot, it got this like mushy ability thing where it could like turn into mush and fly and stuff. Does that mean was that a new stand ability? Is that just what happens to every stand that uses that gets the extra abilities of the arrow? Man, I don't know. This is a lot of questions. Even though we just saw it, like I don't know what the fuck just happened. Because we know that you can't like gain multiple stands. I think that's already been established way early on with the arrow and stuff. Like you can't stab somebody repeatedly and get like 1,000,000 abilities or something. So what did this do? So I mean, Polnareff's dead, possibly. Bucciarati is dying, or is I guess Bucciarati's already dead. Who is next? I will say though, I'm not sure if this was intentional, but I love the callback to Polnareff encountering Dio on that staircase was probably like one of the most iconic moments of part 3. And part 3 is full of iconic moments, but Polnareff being the one to meet Dio for the first time in the mansion on that staircase was like hype, but also like you were terrified because you know how strong Dio was. This was the same thing, but I guess the opposite, because this time Polnareff was on top of the staircase and DIAVOLO was walking up towards him. I'm not sure if that was intentional. I feel like it may have been though a callback. But yeah, man, fuck. The music. I feel like there was a new track that played when DIAVOLO showed up. That was badass. Man. And then, you know what I really love in fights is when, like, in this episode, every time the time skipped, or the time, I guess time erased, or not erased, but yeah, it skips ahead time and erases it, but every time the time skipped by 10 seconds, like everybody would notice it, right? Because your action, you still, like, for example, with Giorno and everybody walking, you're still walking in that 10 seconds. It's just after that time resumes, you just forget that it happened. So you notice it every time. And I always love that like in battles when like characters are able to recognize that something's happening, that there's a battle happening or something, but they don't know it. And I don't know, I feel like it adds to the experience, because like it just adds to the helplessness of the situation with Polnareff. Like everybody's so close to him, they know that something's happening, but they don't know what exactly is happening. And it just, I don't know, I feel like it's a really good way to add to the helplessness of the situation that Polnareff was in, you know, being a kind of older, in a wheelchair. He really didn't, he was at a severe disadvantage against DIAVOLO. I don't think, there was any way he could really win up until the arrow thing happened. So I'm guessing whatever the arrow does, you can do it multiple times, because otherwise he would have just wasted it, because he says that whoever uses this power can, well, like, conquer the, or whoever can control this power can control the world or something like that. That's a cool quote, by the way. But I don't know. Just, man. This show knows how to do its villain reveals very well. Even though, like, with each part, we've already seen the villain. Like, with Dio, we saw him a million times before he was actually revealed in the final battle, right? Kira, we saw him so many times before he finally showed up in the final battle, right? DIAVOLO, I guess we technically haven't actually seen. See, this is a bit different because we actually hadn't seen him till now. But still, we had seen Doppio, we had heard the boss, like, seen stuff from his perspective upside down, but even then, like, it's so hype, man, but also so terrifying, because, all right, time to place your bets. Outside of Bucciarati and Polnareff, I'm willing to bet that at least one more person is going to die. At least. Who will it be? I don't know. I will say also that I'm willing to bet that Mista will not die. Only because he's pretty much almost died like 5 times already in this part. I feel like if he were going to die, it would have already happened like a million different times. So I don't think Mista's gonna die. So that leaves Narancia. I guess that's it. I didn't realize there was anybody else. I don't know. Now that I think of that, I don't know. I don't know if Narancia's like important enough to die. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't think, see, we're at the point where, like, Fugo's a lost cause. I don't think he's going to be returning at all. If he does, it'd be hype as fuck, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, I didn't realize there's, like, nobody left. Maybe nobody will die. Trish, I don't think is going to die either. I think Trish is the type of character that will live on. I don't think Giorno's going to die. So I guess it's between Narancia and Mista. But again, I don't think Mista's gonna die because it just wouldn't feel right after he's almost died like 10 times. So I don't know, man. I guess there's no point in predicting because, you know, we'll find out. What was this, episode 32, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7 episodes left? Or was it 33? I don't know. But I don't know, man. We're at that point now. More importantly, I'm just really curious to see what happened to Silver Chariot. And, of course, I mean, this is fairly obvious at this point. Giorno's going to be the one to use the stand arrow ability on his stand. I mean, come on. We see it in the opening. I mean, he does stab himself with an arrow in the opening. I was kind of confused about that at first, but now that we're at this point, pretty obvious what that means. And he's the main character. Of course, if any stand's going to get a super cool upgrade, it's going to be his stand. It does seem like, I will say actually, even though I'm guessing the arrow can be used multiple times, it can only be used on one stand at a time. Because the arrow's like infused inside a Silver Chariot. That's what we saw at the end of the episode. So, like, if Giorno uses this stand on his stand, or this arrow on his stand, nobody else can use it at the time that he's doing it, right? So, at least I would assume. So, yeah, I mean, also, now that we've had DIAVOLO revealed, any episode now, I'm expecting the opening switch up. You know it's going to happen, and it's going to be hype as fuck. Even though, like, you can totally expect it now, like, it's still going to be hype as fuck. That's the thing with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You already know what's going to happen. You already have a million things you're going to expect, and yet every time something happens, it's hype as fuck. Anytime the opening changes, it's hype as fuck. Anytime the villain's revealed with a time skip ability, it's hype as fuck. You know, it's shit like that. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has so much, like, not trademark, but, like, iconic things with each part that you just come to expect. And that's what's fun. It's an adventure. I mean, let's be real. Giorno's, in the end, probably going to defeat DIAVOLO. We're going to move on, have a bit of a time skip. There's going to be a new JoJo, a new villain. The same thing's going to happen. I mean, you know, we're 5 parts in. We kind of have the feeling for things, but that's what makes it so awesome. It's okay, I'm going to stop nerding out over JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know, man. This part has been so awesome. Again, as with always, it's going to really hinge on the ending. That's just the way it goes. But I mean, to be fair though, I think each part has had like not an insane ending. Like part 3, I think the ending fight with Diavolo was a little out of hand at times and kind of like not as good as some of the other final fights in the show. But it was hype. But again, it was the entire experience. Part 4, same thing. Although the fight with Kira was one of the best fights of the series, I still think, like, for example, the first half of part 4 was fucking awesome. So it's the whole package. So even if part 5's ending like flops somehow and it's terrible, it's still probably going to end up being my favorite part. Just the experience, the characters, the music, the animation, the fights. Like, anyways, I'm gonna stop again. I said I was gonna stop nerding out over how great the series is, but you know, I mean, the JoJo circle jerk is gonna happen every once in a while, and you know, nothing you can really do to avoid it when it starts happening, even if it's just by myself. I'll have a JoJo circle jerk by myself any day. Is it technically a circle jerk then if it's just one person? Or anyways, I'm gonna leave it off here. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, we'll be back next week with episode number 33 of JoJo's Part 5. And as always, early access full length, patreon.com/SphericalFilms. But with that out of the way, again, thanks guys for watching. Talk to you guys next time. Till then, peace out.